if you've just made a cup of tea or the toaster, I want you back. Come on, I'm talking. Yeah, I want you back. I want you back because my next guest is one of the most interesting people I have ever had the pleasure of chatting to in my radio career. He's not an A-lister, he won't mind me saying that. He's not a celebrity name, but he has lots of celebrity names because this man, Andy Broughton, collects autographs. Good morning.
Morning, Andy.
Morning. You've got a smiley face.
Yeah, well, I can anything but smile kind of when I see you.
All right, stop it, stop it, stop it. Autographs then,
Yeah.
How far do we go back? How did you start and what made you start?
Right, well, I started back in 1977 when I was 13 years of age. I was doing a project at school on horror films, and the teacher said, why don't you write to the BBC to see if they can supply any information to help the project? And I wrote to them and said, we can't send you any information, but you can write to any star you like and we'll pass the letter on. And so I wrote to Peter Cushing, the Hammer horror film
star. He was in all the originals.
He was, yeah. And my dad was always a bit sort of pessimistic. He said, we'd probably get a reply from a fan club. He won't reply, but he did. 3 weeks later, I got a letter and 5 stills from his films, all hand signed, wishing me luck with the project. And I was amazed, I was fascinated. He was one of my favourite actors.
And was it that then, that it was like, when I'm playing golf, I can play terrible, but I hit one good shot and that makes me come back. Was that one good shot?
That was the one, yeah. I thought, well, if he replied, so I wrote then to people like Morecambe and Wise, Larry Grayson, the two runners, they all replied. So then I decided to write to the Prime Minister. That was Jim Callaghan back in them days, and he replied to me. So there was no kind of stopping me then. So from 1977 right up to today, there's about 10,000 pieces in the collection. You know, I'm still doing it.
10,000.
Different
Right.
ones.
I'm gonna hit you with some names, and I'm going to play a game with you now called Bet You Haven't Got.
Right. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I bet you haven't got Margaret Thatcher.
I've got many of Margaret Thatcher. She was a great person to respond to mail, letters and photographs, right through from when she was Prime Minister till just before she died, old age pictures of her.
Our Queen Camilla.
Queen Camilla, I went to their wedding.
You what?
I went to their wedding, yeah, because I wrote to Camilla Parker Bowles in 1996. She said, because I was nice to her, she said, you restored my faith in humanity. And she said, you know, kept changing letters, and then came up to the wedding. I got a letter from the palace saying that she wants to invite you to the wedding. So I went down to Windsor Castle with my sister from Lichfield and met them there.
I've had my palm on my forehead because I can't believe what. So from a school project, you get to go to now our Queen's wedding.
Yeah. And she came out of the service and she walked over to where we were, and I shouted Camilla, and she looked up and I said Andrew Broughton, and she said, it's nice to put a face to the name, and because I sent her Thornton's chocolates from Derby. And she said, don't stop, you know, she said, look, it's lovely to meet you. And then Charles came along as well. So all the royal family there, but to meet her and see her in the flesh when she came up, just as nice.
But you haven't got David Beckham.
I've got David Beckham. Yeah, I wrote to him many years ago.
Did you?
When he was.
What about Victoria? I bet she didn't reply.
I've got her on the Spice Girls photograph.
Have you?
Of them, all together, yeah.
Is there anybody you haven't got?
Oh, no, they haven't got the Russian president.
No, I would think he might be difficult.
Bit difficult.
Have you tried?
I've tried, tried through the embassy and tried writing to the Soviet Union in general, but like the Chinese, you can't get anything, you can't communicate.
Yes, I
with
see.
them, you know.
You brought a photograph in of somebody that's in the news this week, Big Time Charlie, a political person,
yes.
And that is Andy Burnham.
It is, yeah.
That came in this week.
Yes, I wrote to him 10 years ago when he was last in. I think he was the health secretary in the last government, and he just sent a House of Commons letterhead back side. He didn't have a photograph, so I thought I'm going to try my luck now while he's in the news, and it got this lovely photograph back from him, all handed, signed and inscribed, because I've got all the prime ministers on my staircase. When you came to my house, do you remember when you saw him?
Yeah, all up the stairs.
Going from 1858 Disraeli right the way up to Keir Starmer. Now I've made a space ready to put Andy Burnham up. Right.
East Midlands musician Roy Wood.
Roy Wood, yeah. I know.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's great. Well, I knew he lives in an old pub, you know.
Yeah.
I won't say where, but I write to him there, and I know you can ring him, and he answers it. Yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah, I couldn't not have him because he lives local, doesn't he?
Andy, will you? I know. I've asked you to come into the studio. Could you hang around? I think we need to do another piece with you because
Yeah, of
this
course
is
I can.
so interesting for me. I tell you what. Anybody who's listening to this now, right? Send in. I bet you haven't got to Andy. You can do it on WhatsApp, you can do it on voice note, you can do it on text. It's either Notts Derby Leicester at the start of each of your texts or your WhatsApp, or you can call us, you know the number. I bet you haven't got, because I am absolutely gobsmacked. More from Andy, after 8:30.